Okay, good afternoon all the students who are watching this online class, and today I want to take this subtopic that is judiciary, and we are dealing with the chapter 6, that is organs of government, and till now you have already learned what is theory of separation of power, what is judiciary, what is executive and legislative. So today we will see the third chapter, not subheading, that is judiciary. Okay. Now, judiciary is importance of judiciary. So under this subheading, we will see number 1, the importance of judiciary, and number 2, the structure and the functions. Importance, structure and function, that we see these 3 points. Okay. Now, importance. I will just give one example. You are the members of the society, and in order to guide your activities, the government has made certain law. We have to follow the law. And suppose there are 50 members in a society, and 50 members, of the 50 members, say 40 members, they are obeying the law of the government. And as they obey the law, so there is a smooth functioning of the administrative works of the government. Okay. But there are 10 persons who are not following the rules, and because of the action, because of the activities of the 10 persons, find there is difficulty in the administration, and their non-obedience of the law also affects you. जस्तो तिमीले मान्दैछौ, छेउकोले मानेको हुँदैन. If you take the example of the like this various law, हैन, जस्तो अब as for example very simple traffic law. All the vehicles are flying from this side, and one of the vehicle is coming from that side. What will happen? There will be some disturbances for him. Now, in order to make that vehicle not to come from that side, to fly from this side, there must be some person, that is the traffic police persons are there, they will see. And if there is any disagreement, if there is any dispute, if somebody is not following that, then the case will be filed in the court, and the court has to decide. And the court says that you are in faulty side, you are wrong, and because of your wrong action, other people, they are suffering. So, just to make that person who are not following the rules and regulations of the society, and because of that other people's activities are affecting, which may hamper them, so that should not be there. In order to stop that, there must be a very important organ, a very important body, which is called the judiciary. Now, the judiciary is important because judiciary has to see everything is running smoothly or not. Okay. Now, importance, it is very, very important. Judiciary is very, very important. Without judiciary, administration of the country cannot be carried on. In absence of judiciary, you will find the whole system will be disturbed. तिमीले थुप्रो कुरो सुनेको छौ हैन, त्यहाँनिर माफियाको कुराहरु सुन्छ, ठुला हुन्छ, जसले चाहिँ के एन्टी सोशल एक्टिभिटिज गरिरहेको हुन्छ. यी सबैलाई एक्जिक्युटिभले एक्जिक्युट गरे पनि उनीहरुको एगेन्स्टमा एक्जिक्युटिभले उनीहरुलाई केस लगाइसकेपछि the cases are to be settled, the disputes are to be settled, and for that purpose judiciary must be there. Judiciary is to see that a person who has really committed the crime or is wrong or doing some antisocial activities, they should be stopped, and that can be stopped by the judiciary. So, here lies the importance. In order to let you to live properly. In order to let the people to live in peace, judiciary has to work. Judiciary has to act. That's why the judiciary important. अब यहाँनिर many political philosophers के भनेको छ, Lord Bryce-ले के भनेको छ, one of the important political philosophers ले भन्दैछ, excellence of the countries depends on the judicial system. How best is the judiciary? In order to make this clear, if you want to judge something, we have to see something. I'll give you example, okay? एउटा स्टुडेन्ट कतिको पढ्नुमा राम्रो छ केले डिटर्मिन गर्छ? एक्जाम, हैन? नेचुरली अ गुड स्टुडेन्ट्स रिजल्ट इज अलवेज गुड. कोही बेला अलिकति के होला, अदरवाइज अलवेज गुड. एउटा स्टुडेन्ट, सपोज हामी टिचरले पनि एउटा स्टुडेन्ट हाउ इज ही अर सी भन्दाखेरि हामी के भन्छौँ? लेट्स सी योर मार्कसिट. लेट मी सी योर मार्कसिट. ओके, भेरी गुड, यु हेभ स्कोर्ड दिस, सो यु आर अ गुड स्टुडेन्ट. सो वी जज इन द्याट वे, हैन? Similarly, our country is also judged by the excellence of the judiciary. That is, what is the real status, real position, real condition of the judiciary of that country. देशको judiciary system कस्तो छ त्यसको आधारमा हुन्छ. Suppose एउटा foreigner इन्डियामा आयो and he wanted to know about India. He can see a lot of things. At the same time, he also observes the judicial system. And in the judicial system, if the people are getting justice, if the people are happy, if the people are enjoying liberty, if there is any defects or if there any crime, the crimes are suppressed or crimes are also detected and the judgment is given against them. If these things are there, then the foreigner can say, yes, Indian system is very good, Indian political system is very good. त्यस्तै प्रकारले अरू देशमा पनि त्यही हो. चाइनामा गयो भने, अमेरिकामा गयो भने, फ्रान्समा गयो भने, जापानमा गयो भने, if the people say that the judicial system चाहिँ राम्रो छ भने चाहिँ राम्रो भनेर भन्छ भनेर चाहिँ ब्राइसले त्यहाँनिर लर्ड ब्राइसले भन्दैछ. हगि अनि अर्को कुरो पनि भन्दैछ, यो इम्पोर्टेन्स अफ यसमा लर्ड ब्राइसले भन्दैछ, all this you can find in a book. ल किताबमै दिएको छ अनि त्यो किताबमा तिमीले हेर्न सक्छौ. लर्ड ब्राइसले एकपल्ट के भन्दैछ इम्पोर्टेन्स अफ जुडिसियल सिस्टममा, if the lamp of justice goes out, then how darkness will be there. अथवा यदि ल्याम्प अफ जस्टिस न्याय दिने ज्योति चाहिँ अन्धकार भयो भने, निभ्यो भने, गोज आउट मिन्स निभ्यो भने चाहिँ कतिको अन्धकार हुन्छ. बाटोमा अँध्यारो हिँड्दै एउटा सानो क्यान्डल छ एन्ड विथ द हेल्प अफ द लाइट अफ द क्यान्डल यु आर वर्किङ, बट इफ द्याट गोज आउट त्यो निभ्यो भने कस्तो हुन्छ, झन् अन्धकार हुन्छ होइन. त्यस्तै सो इन अ कन्ट्री जुडिसियल सिस्टम, है, जुडिसियल सिस्टम सुड बी भेरी भेरी गुड. र जुडिसियल सिस्टमको बत्ती चाहिँ अथवा जुडिसियरले जे काम गर्नुपर्छ, द्याट मिन्स जुडिसियरी हेज टु पर्फर्म द्याट रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी. पछि हामी हेर्छौँ फङ्सन्स, त्यसमा अझै हामी इम्पोर्टेन्स हामी देख्छौँ. यो प्रकारले चाहिँ हामी भन्न सक्छौँ. सो हामी देख्छौँ यहाँनिर सेज्विक भन्ने पोलिटिकल फिलोसफरले पनि एट द सेम टाइम लर्ड ब्राइसले पनि के गरिरहेको छ, यो प्रकारले इम्पोर्टेन्सहरू दिइरहेको छ. र जुडिसियरी चाहिँ भेरी भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट. ओके, अब हामी देख्छौँ इन्डियामा, सरी नट इन इन्डिया, वी आर डिलिङ द जुडिसियरी इन जेनरल. सो स्ट्रक्चर, so in the first paragraph we find the importance of judiciary. Without judiciary is very very difficult, it's very very important त्यो हामीलाई थाहा भयो हैन. अब नम्बर 2 मा हामी देख्छौँ यसको स्ट्रक्चर. So the political structure of a country, whether it is judicial, legislative or executive or any system, it differs from one country to another. There is no guarantee that all the countries should have one single system. No, it differs. Differs because of the tradition, culture, liking of the people of that area also, and the intelligence degree of the people also. कोही एकदम एडभान्स कन्ट्री छ, है सिस्टम आफ्नै हुन्छ कोही चाहिँ अब भर्खर सुरु हुँदै गरेको त्यसमा बेग्लै सिस्टम हुन्छ सो व्हाट यू फाइन्ड डिफरेन्ट कन्ट्रिज ह्याभिङ डिफरेन्ट जुडिसियल स्ट्रक्चर हैन कोही कोही बेला अब कतिवटा देशको मिल्छ पनि सेम सिस्टम इज फलोड है त्यस्तो हामी देख्छौँ बट इन पोलिटिकल साइन्स जेनरली द जुडिसियल सिस्टम हेज बिन अर्गनाइज्ड इन फर्स्ट हामी देख्छौँ फर्स्ट टाइप नम्बर 1 जुडिसियरी has been divided into 2 groups अब तिमीहरूले पढ्नुपर्छ जुडिसियरी भनेपछि अब कस्तो खालके केस चाहिँ आउँछ नि जस्तो कोही बेला प्रपर्टीको केस हुन्छ कोही बेला त्यसै ग्याङ फाइट हुन्छ हैन कति बेला अब कामबाट निकालिदिएको लागि केस हुन्छ हैन त्यस्तो हुन्छ कोही सानो केस हुन्छ कोही ठुलो केस हुन्छ त्यसैको आधारमा वी फाइन्ड डिफरेन्ट स्ट्रक्चर त्यसमा हामी फर्स्टमा हामी देख्छौँ फर्स्ट टाइपमा देख्छौँ डिभिजन अफ द जुडिसियरी इन्टु सिभिल एन्ड क्रिमिनल अब हेर यहाँनिर सिभिल एन्ड क्रिमिनल देख्छौँ जेनरली सिभिल केसमा के पाउँछौँ इफ देयर इज डिस्प्युट बिट्विन 2 persons private persons not related with the government individual persons private members right just Mr. A and Mr. B suppose there is a dispute or the differences of opinion or the fight clash between the 2 persons then this type of cases comes under the civil cases Mr. के भन्नु एउटा B Mr. C दुईजना इन्डिभिजुअल पर्सन प्राइभेट पर्सन्सहरू भयो उनीहरूकोमा क्ल्यास भयो भने अब इट इज नट पोसिबल फर देम टु कम टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ कम्प्रोमाइज सो दे फाइल द केस वान फाइल द केस अगेन्स्ट अनदर सो दिस कम्स अन्डर द सिभिल केसेस ओके अर्को हामी देख्छौँ सपोज अ पर्सन हु इज वर्किङ इन अ गभर्मेन्ट अफिस and he is removed from the or expelled from the service he is not satisfied if the government has done something against that person he is not satisfied she is not satisfied so in such case he can file the case against the government department against any department by which a circular or notice is given, expulsion notice or letter is given to him or her, हैन त्यस्तो छ भने चाहिँ हामी क्रिमिनल केस भन्छौँ जस्तो अब कुनै एउटा गभर्मेन्ट डिपार्टमेन्ट गभर्मेन्ट चाहिँ केसमा इन्भल्भ छ भने द्याट कम्स अन्डर द क्रिमिनल केस जेनरल दिस इज जेनरल डिभिजन अफ द केसेस हैन सो नम्बर 1 इज सिभिल एन्ड नम्बर 2 इज क्रिमिनल पछि तिमीले डिटेलमा सुप्रिम कोर्ट पढ्दाखेरि पाउँछौ हाई कोर्ट पढ्दाखेरि पाउँछौ फर द टाइमिङ यु जस्ट ट्राई टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड दिस सिभिल केस एन्ड द क्रिमिनल केसेस ओके अब हामी अर्को पनि पाउँछौँ इन अ कन्ट्री डिफरेन्ट कन्ट्रिज द जुडिसियरीज हेज बिन प्लेस अर अर्गनाइज इन अ हियरार्किकल स्ट्रक्चर द्याट मिन्स फ्रम बटम फ्रम द ग्राउन्ड लेभल टु द हायर हैन it is just like the pyramidal structure. I'll give one example. Take for instance India. In India we find whole India, and after that you will find states, and within a state you will find a number of districts, and each district has been again divided into a number of subdivisions. And within subdivision also you will find some area. If it is town area, it is called municipality, and if it is big town cities, that is cities, the metropolitan cities, metropolitan cities. In such cases, another type of system is there. अब हामी के देख्छौँ in each level of the administration, you will find the court. Just example, subdivision दिन start गरौँ. Subdivision को above you will find district, state अनि स्टेटको माथि चाहिँ के छ भने माथि गयो भने चाहिँ हामी इन्डिया लेभलमा पाउँछौँ हैन। अब हेर in the sub-divisional level, sub-divisional court are there. Within a district, if there are 4 subdivisions, then you will find 4 sub-divisional court. One district is equal to 4 courts. And above that there is one district court. And in a state, if there are 29 districts, then there are 29 districts. And above that you will find one court, that is the highest court, that is the Supreme Court. हैन। अब यो के देख्छौँ हामीले, the structure is like this. This structure is called pyramid. That means at the base, large number of courts. As you go up higher and higher, you will find lesser and lesser number of courts. Suppose this is sub-divisional court, and this is district court, and this is high court, and at the top there is Supreme Court. Below Supreme Court, many high courts. Below high court, below one high court, many district courts, and below district court, many sub-division court. अब यहाँ भित्र पनि even within the sub-division also you will find panchayat area, municipal area, and those areas where you may have also some small court that is called panchayats. हैन, panchayat courts पनि त्यहाँनिर हामी पाउँछौँ. I just want to tell you the structure is like this. अब यहाँ हेर, यो मैले यहाँनिर स्पेशली भन्नु चाहेको छ भने the judiciary is arranged in a hierarchical structure. Bottom मा many, up कम्ती हुँदै जान्छ. यहाँनिर हामी के पाउँछौँ, on the basis of this what we find, the judiciary has been divided into original, appellate, original र appellate है. अब यहाँनिर यसरी गरेको छ. In some countries you will find this. Okay. Original jurisdiction is that area or the power of the court to receive the cases directly from the people or public, or we can say party. Party means not political party. Party means the group of the people who are involved in the case. हैन. Original भनेको त्यो jurisdiction हो कुनै पनि कोर्टको जसमा चाहिँ त्यो कोर्टले जनताकोबाट डाइरेक्टली केस रिसिभ गर्न सक्छ. जस्तो एकजना मान्छेको केस भयो, उसले धेरै ठुलो, धेरै रुपियाँ पैसाको, धेरै प्रपर्टीको अनि रिलेटेड विथ द लको विषयमा छ भने, कन्स्टिट्युसनल ल छ हैन, त्यस्तो छ भने चाहिँ उसले केस गर्छ, सायद हुनसक्छ हाई कोर्ट अथवा सुप्रिम कोर्टमा है, अथवा इभन डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट पनि भनौँ. If the district court receive the cases directly from him, her, or we can say they also, then it is called the court of original jurisdiction. अर्को हामी देख्छौँ appellate. Suppose a person is involved in a case, then he filed a case in the district court. Now in the district court, if the person is not satisfied with the ruling or the judgment given by the district court, district court मा केस फाइल गर्यो अनि जजमेन्ट त कस्तो भयो, उसको एगेन्स्टमा आयो, he is not satisfied, उसले मनभित्र भन्दैछ I am not culprit, I am not criminal, I have not done any wrong, मैले भुल गरेको छैन, म ठिक छु भनेर उसले भन्यो, I am not satisfied. Then he may file the case, the same case in the district in माथि high court. High court मा केस गर्यो. अब निर हो भने कलकत्ता गयो, अहिले त जलपाइगुडीमा पनि सेसन्स कोर्ट, त्यहाँनिर कलकत्ता हाई कोर्टको शाखा छ हैन, त्यहाँ पनि हुन सक्छ. हाई कोर्टमा केस गर्यो. Now high court can take the case in the form of appellate jurisdiction. That means the court, the case received from the received by that court against the verdict given by the lower court. District court को decision मन मिलेन, भएन, satisfy भएन, त्यो मान्छे हाइकोर्टमा जान सक्छ, हाइकोर्ट क्यान रिसिभ द केस, अनि त्यो चाहिँ रेफर केस जस्तो भयो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्टबाट माथि गएको रेफर केस जस्तो भयो। र यसरी चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने त्यस्तो केस इफ द court receive the cases in that form, it is called appellate jurisdiction. ओके, त्यसपछि हामी एडभाइजरी पनि पढ्छौँ, त्यो पछि हामी हेर्छौँ एडभाइजरीको। अहिले चाहिँ हामी यसरी देख्छौँ र cases can be arranged, the judiciary can be arranged in this way also. There are some cases which the court can directly receive from the people. Number one, there are some cases which the cases are referred from the lower court, or if a person is not satisfied with the judgment given by the lower court, the same case may be filed in the higher court in the form of appellate jurisdiction. एउटा इक्जाम्पल दिन्छु है। बिमारी भयो, कालिम्पोङमा देखायो, राम्रो जाति भएन अथवा सेटिस्फाई भएन, कालिम्पोङले पनि रेफर गरिदिन्छ सिलगढीमा, अनि सिलगढीले त्यो केस लिन्छ। त्यो चाहिँ अब एपेलेट केस जस्तो। पहिला डाइरेक्ट चाहिँ सिलगढीमा आएन, पहिला कहाँ गयो, कालिम्पोङमा गयो, कालिम्पोङ कुनै हस्पिटलमा, नर्सिङ होममा अथवा कुनै डक्टरकोमा सेटिस्फाई भएन, त्यहाँबाट हायरमा गयो, मेडिकलमा गयो अथवा कहीँ सिलगढीमा अर्को ठाउँ गयो र त्यो हस्पिटलले केस लिन सक्छ। त्यसलाई भन्छ हामी इन द फर्म अफ जुडिसियरीमा भने इन द फर्म अफ एपेलेट जुडिसिक्सन लिनु सक्छ। क्लियर यो दुईटा। अब हामी अर्को खालको पनि देख्छौँ, यो चाहिँ रिलेटेड विथ द सिभिलियन्सहरू सम्बन्धी है। इन द कन्ट्री यु विल फाइन्ड अ सेपरेट जुडिसियरी फर द आर्मी पर्सनल, त्यसलाई भन्छ मिलिटरी ट्रिब्युनल, त्यसलाई भन्छ मिलिटरी ट्रिब्युनल। मिलिटरी ट्रिब्युनल भन्नु मतलब चाहिँ द कोर्ट फर द सेटलमेन्ट अफ डिस्प्युट बिट्विन or among the members of the army, that is the army पर्सनल्सहरूको। र कहिले पनि आर्मीको केसेसहरू चाहिँ सिभिल कोर्टमा चाहिँ डिसाइड गर्दैन उनीहरूको। अब जस्तो तिमीले सुनेको छ नि होइन, कोर्ट मार्सल भन्छ नि होइन। कोर्ट मार्सल भनेको सपोज अ सोल्जर इज नट फलोइङ द डिसिप्लिन अर द रुल्स एन्ड रेगुलेसन्स अफ द आर्मी, हि अर सी समटाइम अहिले त सी पनि हुनुहुन्छ छ कि धेरैजना लेडिज आर दे आर अल्सो इन द आर्मी। उनीहरू के हुन्छ रिमुभ गर्नुहुन्छ उनीहरूलाई के हुन्छ उनीहरूको त्यहाँबाट कामबाट निकाल्छ, उनीहरूको जुन चाहिँ ऱ्याङ्कहरू हुन्छ होइन, ब्रिगेडियर कर्नल जे होस् यो के अरे मेजरहरू जे हुन्छ उसको त्यो ऱ्याङ्कहरू पनि खोसिन्छ, उसलाई त्यहाँबाट कामबाट निकाल्नु छ। एन्ड द्याट जजमेन्ट क्यान बी गिभन बाई द मिलिटरी ट्रिब्युनल, सिभिलले चाहिँ गर्दैन। र जेनरली चाहिँ हामी इन अ कन्ट्री वी फाइन्ड द केसेस आर फर्स्ट डिभाइड इन्टु सिभिल एन्ड क्रिमिनल। अनि नम्बर टूमा पाउँछौँ हामी some of the cases directly taken by the court and some of the cases directly received from the lower court. त्यसपछि हामी आर्मीको लागि चाहिँ बेग्लै खालके पाउँछौँ, त्यसलाई मिलिटरी ट्रिब्युनल भनेर हामी भन्छौँ। यो चाहिँ भयो स्ट्रक्चर अफ द जुडिसियरी। नेक्स्टमा हामी जान्छौँ नेक्स्टमा हामी जान्छौँ फङ्सन्स। Now we will see the third part, that is the functions of judiciary. You know, at present in the modern time, each organ of the government has to perform not only its own function, but has to perform a lot of other functions, and that is also of various nature. Similarly, as before the civil and legislative lawmaking function, lawmaking body, but it also performs a lot of other functions. त्यस्तै प्रकारले हामी पाउँछौँ एक्जिक्युटिभमा, Roma Miss I taught you many functions are there, beside executing a number of functions are there. Similarly, the judiciary in the present world, in the present political system, has to perform a lot of functions. So first we will see the functions. Number one is establishment of justice. This is the first function. Now, when the cases are filed, the judges, they have to analyze the case and have to give judgment. It is called ruling. हामी verdict पनि भन्छौँ. अब why the verdicts rulings are given भन्दाखेरि to establish justice. अघि मैले example दिएँ, traffic rule. All the people, drivers, they are following the traffic rule, but one or two is not following the rule. So it will disturb all the people. That means if a law is there, if somebody is not obeying the law, means he is or she is or they are violating the law. And there must be somebody to see that whether everything is going smoothly or not. If somebody is violating the law, then something should be done. So here, judiciary, when the cases are filed in the court, the judiciary has to see the case, the situation, what is written in the constitution, what is written in the law. Law ले के भन्छ अनि उसले के गरेको छ. Analyze गर्छ, study गर्छ, and finally the ruling is given. त्यसको मतलब चाहिँ those who violate the law, they are punished. To punish other people means to give justice to other people. I'll give example there, right? Out of 10, suppose 8 are following traffic rules, 2 are not following traffic rules. Then the 2 should be punished so that justice is given to the 2 other 8 people. देशमा त्यस्तै हो, धेरैजना मान्छे छ हैन, मानिरहेको छ, नियम मानिरहेको छ, अनि त्यसलाई हुन्छ नि आफूले नियम मानिरहेको छ, अरूले चाहिँ पालन नगर्दा कस्तो हुन्छ. We are following, you are not following, they are not following. What is the use of following these rules and regulation भन्ने हुन्छ नि, त्यो नहोस् हैन. न्याय चाहिँ सबैलाई पाओस् भनेर चाहिँ जुडिसियरीले के गर्नु पर्यो, इन्टरप्रेट गर्नु पर्यो. त्यसको लागि चाहिँ the first function of the judiciary is to the establishment of justice. By interpreting by studying the law and by giving verdict, the people who are innocent, they are given justice. They get the justice. So first function is the establishment of justice. Number 1 भयो. Number 2 मा हामी देख्छौं creation of law. Creation of law हेर. अमेरिकाको एकजना चिफ जस्टिस इभान ह्युग्सले के भनेको छ भने अमेरिकनहरुले के भन्छ भने we are under the constitution, right? But the constitution is what the judges say. हामी संविधानको अधीनमा छौं, तर संविधान भनेको के हो, जजले जे भन्छ त्यही हो. त्यसमा त जजेस दे आर क्रिएटिङ द ल हैन. अब यो चाहिँ के भन्दै क्रिएसन अफ ल भन्दा the judiciary analyze, study the law and give the ruling or the judgment. यो केसमा यो भाग छ, यो तिमी भुल्छौ, त्यसकारण यो हुनुपर्छ, यो हुनुपर्छ. जजमेन्ट जुन चाहिँ छ, रुलिङ छ, that also becomes the law. युकेमा पनि त्यस्तै हुन्छ हैन. युकेमा धेरै यस्तो नियमहरु छ जो चाहिँ जजमेन्टहरुले जुडिसियरले जे भन्छ that becomes common law हैन. अब हामी इन्डियामा पनि धेरै देख्छौं हैन. सुप्रिम कोर्ट used to give a lot of verdicts हैन, and that verdict becomes a law. So the judiciary, while analyzing, interpreting, giving justice, giving judgment, giving ruling, also creates the law. र जुडिसियरले कतिवटा लहरु पनि बनाएको छ हैन. यो भयो creation of the law मा हामी देख्छौं है. अब हामी देख्छौं थर्ड मा the judiciary also decides on constitutional law. अब in each and every country you will find constitution. Even in India also, the constitution was framed and the constitution came into force with effect from date 26 January, is it? 1950, you know, Samvidhan आयो हैन. So the constitution is law and the constitution is to be followed. Now if there is any dispute regarding any constitutional matter. Just for example, relation between Union of India, that is Union government, Government of India and Government of West Bengal, or Government of any state, Government of Sikkim, Government of Bihar, etc. The relation between the two states or among the between central government and state government and between or among the various state governments are decided, it is according to the law of the country, what is written in the constitution. State government को power कति छ, central को power कति छ, त्यो सबै चाहिँ constitution मा लेखिएको छ. So if on any matter related with the constitutional or the constitutional law, if there is any cases, then the Supreme Court of India can decide the cases. So Supreme Court being the judiciary, so judiciary also decides the constitutional law. संविधानको कानुनले जे भन्छ, संविधानको कानुनको नियमहरु जे छ, त्यसमा चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्ने, that is the decision is given by the judiciary. So third मा हामी पाउँछौं decides on constitutional matter. अर्को हामी पाउँछौं interprets the law or constitution. अब हामी हेर्छौं है interpretation को meaning. If I ask the question, the meaning of interpretation, प्रायले के भन्छ उल्था translation, हैन? Okay, त्यो पनि ठिकै हो. Interpretation means I am speaking English and the same word, same sentence, same idea is translated by another person in regional language, in Nepali, Hindi, Bangalore, etc. हैन? त्यसलाई हामी interpretation भन्छ. But interpretation means, or interprets means, it has one more meaning, that is another meaning also, that is interpretation means to make the meaning of that particular law clear or open or easy, so that all the people can understand and can be implemented. That is interpretation law. हैन? जस्तो अब हामी साधारण मान्छेहरुलाई कानुनको धेरै कुरा हामी थाहा हुँदैन हामीलाई. एउटै कानुनले के भन्छ हामीलाई थाहा हुँदैन हैन. तर if we go to the court, then court will interpret what is the actual meaning of that particular law. त्यो हेर्छ. अब यहाँनिर हेर, जुडिसियरले के गर्छ, what is written in the constitution, what is the aim of this law, why the law, that particular law was made, and what does it mean and what it wants. Its clear meaning. Meaning is made open or clear or easy. So संविधानको कुरा गर्दाखेरि पनि भन्छ नि हैन, आर्टिकल यति, सब सेक्सन यति भन्छ. यो सबै मिलाएर चाहिँ the gist, the summary, the main thing, हैन, main thing चाहिँ त्यो लले के भन्छ, the meaning is made clear by the judiciary. So what we see, the judiciary interprets the law. अहिले हामी देख्छौं the Supreme Court of India, even the Supreme Court of America also, it interprets the constitution. The laws which are written in the constitution, what does it mean, what it wants, where it is to be implemented, where it is not to be implemented, if somebody is against this constitutional law, what is to be done, all these are there, and these are interpreted by the judiciary. So another function of the judiciary is to interpret the law. हामी अर्को पाउँछौं administrative function. Administrative function हेर है. अघि मैले तिमीलाई नक्सा बनाइदिए है, pyramidal structure हैन. बेसमा थुप्रो कोर्ट छ, टपमा सुप्रिम कोर्ट छ. टपमा सुप्रिम कोर्ट छ भनौं भने घरको बाबु, त्यहाँदेखि छोराछोरीहरू है, नातानाती इत्यादि, तर सबैलाई के गर्नु पर्यो, सुपरभाइज गर्नु पर्यो. जस्तो घरमा the head of the family, the responsibility of the head of the family is to supervise what each and every members of the family are doing. If somebody is going against the family, then he or she should be written back. That means he or she should be guided and something should be done for them. त्यस्तै प्रकारले in a country you will find courts in a different levels, but the judgment should be same. Just example, India. If you take the example, suppose one situation is here in West Bengal, and the High Court is giving one judgment. In the same situation, same case, same type of cases in Bihar, if another judgment is given, and again in Sikkim, same case, same situation, but the different type of judgment is given there. So if you see in the three different states in single country, in one country, cases are same, but the different judgment, which is not uniform, which is not good. That is not good for the country as a whole. So above all these courts, there must be a powerful court which has to run the administration, which has to supervise, which has to see, and which has to make the relation or the cooperation among all the three these courts. So what you see, the judiciary has to see the administrative functions also. In a court, judges are there, besides there, a number of other officers are there. Number of officers, they are to be engaged in the court, and their activities are to be guided. उनीहरूको त्यहाँनिर offices हुन्छ, establishment हुन्छ, and all these are to be coordinated, all these are to be managed, and all these are managed by the judiciary. So another function of the judiciary is administrative function, to administer the rule, to administer the management. Higher level मा होस् कि lower level मा होस्, जेसुकै होस्, सबै लेभलमा arrangement, management should be there, and that means the judiciary also performs the administrative function. त्यो पनि हामी त्यहाँनिर हेर्छौँ. And not only that, suppose in India, the Supreme Court, the highest court of appeal, has given one judgment. Then their judgment should be recorded and followed by all the lower courts of India. Just like the Supreme Court, the judgment is given, all the lower courts have to follow the judgment given by the Supreme Court of India. And the Supreme Court has to administer, has to see whether the judgment given by the Supreme Court are followed by all the courts or not. This comes under the administrative function, the functions of superintendence, functions of the management, etc. यो भयो administrative functions. Number 6 मा हामी देख्छौं advisory functions. Advice. माध्यमिक दियो, अब के गर्ने? एडभाइस खोज्नु जान्छ, सल्लाह माग्नु जान्छ ठुला बडाहरूकोमा, हैन? मेरो छोराले माध्यमिक गर्यो, एचएस गर्यो, आईसीएसई गर्यो, सीबीएसई गर्यो, अब के पढ्ने? अलिक पढेको मान्छेलाई जान्ने मान्छेलाई भन्छ, है, सल्लाह माग्नु जान्छ. बिमार भएपछि हामी कहाँ जान्छौँ? अलि दबाई त हामी गरिहाल्छौँ, है? अलि दबाई भने भुँडी दुख्यो यसो भयो भने हामी गरिहाल्छौँ. अझै दुख्यो भने डाक्टरकोमा जान्छौँ हामी सल्लाह माग्नु. डाक्टरले चाहिँ प्रिस्क्राइब गरिदिन्छ, हैन? प्रेस्क्रिप्सन दिन्छ, यो दबाई खाऊ, यसो गर भन्ने भन्छ. एडभाइस दिने काम. Similarly, in the administration also we find the persons who are in power. As for example, the President of India, he has to run the administration. He is the head of the Union Executive. Sometimes he has to face some critical situation. In such case, he has to seek the advice of the Supreme Court of India. त्यहाँको Chief Justice or Chief Judges लाई भन्छ, "Oh, Mr. Chief Justice, I am facing this problem. What is the legal solution? अब यो अफिसियल कामहरुमा त आफ्नो इच्छा लागेर काम गर्न सक्दैन नि. What the law said have to follow, हैन. आज ल फलो गर्न भोलिपल्ट उलाई त पक्रिहाल्छ. पनिश उले प्रब्लम हुन्छ. त्यसकारण लले के भन्छ, कानुनले के भन्छ, हैन. फाइट पर्दै गर्दा क्या एकजनाले दिन्छ नि है, रिस त्यस्तो हुन्छ कि दिनु भने तर दिनु भएन, कानुनले मान्दैन. त्यसकारण चाहिँ एडभाइस लिनु. So what we find, many cases the government officials, the higher authority, they have to seek the advice of the law. अघि मैले भने ordinary टाइममा पनि we seek the advice of the expert. एडमिनिस्ट्रेसन क्षेत्रमा चाहिँ अब कानुनको कुरा हो, त्यसकारण चाहिँ कानुनको सल्लाह लिनु पर्यो. So the President of India, whenever the President of India seeks the advice of the judiciary, then the judiciary has to suggest, has to give advice. अब संविधानमा कोही बेला यो मान्नै पर्छ भन्ने पनि नमान्ने बाइन्डिङ छैन भन्ने पनि छ. तर पनि whenever the officials, whenever the authority is in problem, the advice is to be given. हैन. र लिगल एडभाइस दिने काम पनि जुडिसियरीको हो. सब लेभलमा अफिसर्सहरूलाई जसलाई पनि अथोरिटी भएकोलाई चाहिँ कानुनले के भन्छ त्यो एडभाइस चाहिँ दिनुपर्छ. सो एडभाइजरी फङ्सन्स त्यहाँनिर हामी देख्छौँ. अब हामी 7 मा जान्छौँ. Seventh function is protector of rights. Judiciary has to protect the rights of the citizen. You know, in a country, that is the constitution, has given rights to the people. You can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that. Okay, these are the rights. जस्तो अब तिम्रो फ्रिडम अफ स्पिच छ, फ्रिडम अफ एक्सप्रेसन छ, हैन, फ्रिडम अफ रिलिजन छ, थुप्रो थुप्रो अधिकार हामीले मान्न सक्छौँ. Rights are given there, but suppose a situation has come where you are not able to enjoy the rights. No, जस्तो फ्रिडम अफ स्पिच, मलाई बोल्नु मन लागेको छ, राम्रो मलाई बोल्नु दिदैन. It is against the law, हैन, it is against my right, हैन. अब फ्रिडम अफ मुभमेन्ट छ, म कानुनी ठिकै छु, मेरोमा सबै कुरो छ, मेरोमा डकुमेन्ट पनि छ, हैन, कसैकोमा सबै डकुमेन्ट छ, तर हि इज नट अलाउड टु मुभ फ्रीली, हैन. अब अहिलेको लकडाउनको अलिक अवस्था अर्कै हो. त्यो चाहिँ मेन्टेनेन्स अफ त्यो ल एन्ड अर्डरको कुरा हो, हैन. अदर टाइममा, नर्मल टाइममा अल आर फ्री, हैन. फ्रिडम अफ मुभमेन्टहरू छ, फ्रिडम अफ स्पिच छ, फ्रिडम अफ एक्सप्रेसन छ, freedom of religion छ, हैन. तर यदि if these rights are infringed, if somebody is going against your right, then the constitution of the country has issued the various writs to the Supreme Court and High Court. त्यो writs official भनौँ, instruction भनौँ, हैन. जस्तो अब तिमीले क्लास 11 मा you learn about this writs भन्ने पढ्यो, हैन. हेबियस कर्पस भन्ने पढ्यो, मन्डामस भन्ने पढ्यो, सर्टियरीहरू पढ्यो, हैन. सो यो प्रकारको तिमीले पढ्यो. अनि यो चाहिँ सुप्रिम कोर्ट र हाई कोर्टलाई संविधानले दिएको रिट्सहरू, जुन चाहिँ रिट्सहरू चाहिँ जुन चाहिँ यो लिगल इन्स्ट्रक्सन हो, त्यो लिगल इन्स्ट्रक्सनले चाहिँ हाम्रो अधिकार, हामी जुन चाहिँ इन्डिभिजुअल सिटिजन छ, हाम्रो अधिकार चाहिँ हनन हुनदेखि बचाउँछ. Just I'll just give example. I don't want to explain this because you have already learned and already passed class 11, हैन. र habeas corpus भनेको यसको लिटरली मिनिङ चाहिँ के भन्दैछ, to have the body भनेको मतलब if judgment is going on, you must be present physically. In your absence the judgment cannot be given भन्ने मिनिङ हुँदैछ, हैन. अब यस्तो रिटहरू दिएको, यो रिट्सहरू, with the help of this writs we can safeguard our rights. हामीलाई हाम्रो अधिकार हनन हुँदेखि बचाउँछ. अनि त्यो चाहिँ हाई कोर्ट र सुप्रिम कोर्टलाई यो अर्डरहरू कन्स्टिट्युसनले दिएको छ, त्यो अनुसार चाहिँ हामी इन्डिभिजुअल सिटिजनको अधिकार हामी बचाउन सक्छौँ. That means another functions of the judiciary is to protect the rights of the citizen. As I've told you, the citizens are given rights, and these rights are protected by the court, by the judiciary. If somebody is going against your right, you may file the case in the court, and the court has to see, court has to study, and if it finds that you are right and somebody is wrong, then judgment is given against another person. That means, as you file the case, the court has ordered, and according to order, you have no mistakes, you have not done anything which is against the law, so you are free. That means your rights are protected. That means the rights which you are enjoying, you can enjoy or you can continuously enjoy this right. So in this way, our rights are protected, and this is the another functions of the judiciary. Okay. अब हामी अर्को पाउँछौँ. The supreme this judiciary is the guardian of the constitution. Okay, guardian. Suppose somebody is against you. कसैले तिमीलाई पुरा धमास दिँदैछ, कसैले तिमीलाई थ्रेटनिङ दिँदैछ, हैन? कहाँ जान्छौ? तिमी जान्छौ गार्जियनकोमा. गार्जियनलाई भन्छौ, गार्जियनलाई तिमीले भन्छौ मलाई यस्तो हुँदैछ, यसले यसो गर्दैछ. देन गार्जियन वान्ट्स टु प्रोटेक्ट यु, हैन? कसैले पनि कुनै पनि गार्जियनले आफ्नो छोराछोरीलाई कसैले इन्सल्ट गरेको, कसैले अत्याचार गरेको चाहँदैन, हैन? Similarly, in a country also, the constitution is there. For the whole country, the constitution is there. And whatever rules and regulations are there in the constitution, it is to be followed. So, the judiciary is to see whether all the laws which are provided in the constitutions are following by the people or not. Whether each and every lines of the laws are implementing or not. And if it is not implementing, and if there is no non-implementation, then the people will suffer. A section of the people will suffer. And the suffering of the people should be stopped, because the judiciary has to see the constitution, has to act as the guardian. Dosto अघि मैले सुरुमा भने, your guardian has to protect you if there is any injustice to you. Similarly, whatever rules and regulations are there in the constitution of the country, these are to be checked, these are to be supervised, these are to be observed, these are to be guarded by the constitution. So a person who guides you, checks you, directs you, suggests you, looks after you, he or she is called guardian. Similarly, in the country also, judiciary is the head. Judiciary is the guardian of all the rules and regulations. I know, just as for example, in India, what you find? Supreme Court is there. I know. Supreme Court has to see. In India, there is some conflict between state government and union government. You know? Sometimes union government crosses the boundary, sometimes state government crosses the boundary, you know, and one government blames the other. हैन त्यस्तो हुन्छ नि. त्यति बेला चाहिँ सुप्रिम कोर्टले माथि जजमेन्टको रूपमा बसेर के हेर्नुपर्छ, state government whether crossing the boundary or not, union government crossing the boundary or not. And if the state government finds that some injustice is given to the state government by the union government, then the state government can file the case in the Supreme Court of India, and the Supreme Court of India can interfere and give the judgment. Accordingly, the union government has to see, or union government has to drop that thing, or union government has to come back. You know, त्यो प्रकारको हुन्छ. त्यसको मतलब चाहिँ the constitution is to be protected. संविधान देशको संविधान चाहिँ के हुनुपर्छ प्रोटेक्ट हुनुपर्छ कसैले पनि nobody should go against that constitution whether it is central government the state government or any other authority should not go against the constitution. So constitution is protected by the Supreme Court of India, that is judiciary. So this is the guardian. So judiciary is to act as the guardian of the constitution. Okay. अब यहाँनिर हामी देख्छौँ एउटा इक्जाम्पल म दिन्छु त्यहाँनिर गार्जियन अफ द कन्स्टिट्युसनमा अस्ति मैले तिमीहरूलाई थ्योरी अफ सेपरेसन अफ पावरमा पढाएँ हैन देयर आर सर्टेन ल which are passed by the legislature is rejected by the judiciary. Even in America also, even in India also, by the power of the judicial review, the court can do that. Judiciary can do that. Even the legislature also cannot go beyond its boundary, even in all the countries. In this way, we see the judiciary acts as the guardian of the constitution. Okay, so these are the various functions of the judiciary, and judiciary's role is very, very important. And finally, I want to conclude that as in the present day, judiciary performs a lot of functions, and judiciary's main role, judiciary has to play a very important role so that in a democratic country, democracy is survived. Democracy can be survived only when the judiciary performs the functions properly and independently. So for the success of democracy, the role of judiciary is very, very important. Okay? So this is about the functions of judiciary. One homework. Define judiciary discuss the functions of modern judiciary. 2 + 6. So this is your homework. Okay, bye.